Oh, don't you know, I just have the most wonderful news. We are on episode 25 and server merges have just happened, and to my great surprise, as a free-to-play player on the lowest rung of who gets to keep their names, I somehow did not lose the name Javiik. I don't know how that happened. I am on the server now called Starforge that has the most servers merged into it. 5 different servers merged into this new server, and not a single subscriber had the name Javiik. So either we were very unique when we were choosing this kitty's name, or I just got extremely lucky. I am not sure, but I'm actually very happy. I don't know. I decided to not check beforehand and wait until we actually recorded to find out. So this is a big surprise and cool surprise for me, because I thought we were gonna have to rename him Javiik Butter or stick an apostrophe in there somewhere. And we're gonna activate him because we actually get 4 characters now on free-to-play accounts. This is an update with the United Forces update, November 2017. Free-to-play players can now have up to 4 characters, and that's really cool because at the time of before this happened, free-to-play players could only have 2. So that meant they could have 1 Republic, 1 Imperial. Pretty fair, I'd say, for just trying out the game as a really awesome free demo. Now, players can actually have 1 Republic, 1 Imperial, and an extra of 2 different ones. You can actually play half of all the classes on one server, and across all the servers you could actually have, I believe, 20 characters right now, and that's a lot of characters for a free-to-play player. That's awesome! So I'm super happy about that. So, people have been asking me, how were the server merges? And my answer is, I don't know. For me, how did I find them? I mostly only play with my guild these days. I have less free time, so when I use it, I make sure to use it with friends or just by myself. As I've mentioned before, I mostly only play with myself, or by myself rather. And this weekend I got to do some ops. It was awesome. I noticed more of my guildmates were on. Some of them had kind of a renewed interest, I guess you could say, in the game after hearing about server merges. And this seems to be a thing with a lot of players. If you happen to come back to the game and accidentally wandered onto this video, this is episode number 25 of a series called The Wonder of Star Wars: The Old Republic. Oh, I'm on the fleet. I'm supposed to be on Balmorra. Oh, I did not plan very well. This series is trying to play the game as a free-to-play player, kind of rekindle some of the glory and wonder of Star Wars that I had when I first started playing the game. I wouldn't say I'm an awesome player, but I am a very experienced player in this game. I know most everything there is to know about the game, but I haven't played this specific story in a very long time, and I'm also playing on a free-to-play account specifically to see how it is as a free-to-play player, because when this game first came out, the option to play free-to-play didn't even exist. So one of the things I found so far is that free-to-play is not nearly as bad as everyone has said it was so far. I've encountered a few restrictions. For example, I couldn't equip a cool lightsaber I picked up along the way. I couldn't chat until 25. That was kind of disappointing and frustrating at times. But other than that, I've really not had any major issues, and I'm already level 33 and on my 3rd planet, I believe. So if you'd rather go back and watch some of the rest of the episodes, like start on episode 0 and find out everything there is to know about Mr. Javiik the Sith Sorcerer, there will be a playlist linked in the description. For everybody else who is not new, hi guys! Happy server merge! I hope you all got to keep your names. I was advocating to everyone before the merge, because I've been through merges before, that just be aware you're probably going to lose your name. Don't be too upset about it. It's not the end of the world. You can also add a last name now. Don't get too hung up about it. Don't let it be the end of you playing the game or whatever. Just know it's coming and prep yourself for it. But it seems not very many players lost their names, or at least not too many lost their main names. I think out of my guild, out of the 30 or so people who are sharing what they lost, what they kept, only 1 person lost their main character's name. They were obviously quite sad about this. And most other players lost only like a couple, and especially characters they didn't play as much, so they didn't care too much about it. So what did I personally lose?
Yampal,
be quiet. Keep your teeth to yourself. What did I personally lose? I am actually very pleased with what I got to keep and lose. I don't remember which era we were in, sorry. I think I went to the fleet to go, like, see prep for server merges, but I don't remember why. Let's head over here. Oh, we have to, like, run over there, don't we? Yes, we do, because we've never been there yet.
Travel route is confirmed.
So, I am not an alcoholic. I do not have a million characters. I have quite a few, because I try to play each class, and sometimes I'll forget the class and go replay it. There's some classes I just enjoy playing. Like, I have my main character, my Vanguard. She's the one I play the most. And not only did I not lose her name, I actually was able to regain my name that I had at launch. I was so excited. So I had this idea. Her name is Saya, and when we moved servers, like I chose to move to a more populated server, I lost her name because someone had already taken it, and I was very sad. But I just threw an apostrophe in there, and eventually 2 years later I'd gotten used to it. But I had this idea, what if I went back to my original server and changed my character's name back to normal Saya there? And I wondered, would the system allow me to keep it? Like, I knew I would win a name collision between somebody else because that's my main character. I play it the most. I'm a subscriber. I met all the requirements for winning a name collision in the server merges, but I was worried they might notice people getting clever like that and write some type of, I guess, ban on it. Like, if you change your character's name within the last 2 weeks, then you don't get to keep the name in a server collision. Oh, apparently I have a quest down here too. Can we easily get them? Woohoo! Here comes the train. This is a server merge hype train. It's already coming on though. What else did I lose for character names? So I actually regained a name, which I'm so psyched about. I'm wishing I had done it for more characters because I did lose a couple other names in the past move that I did that I was very sad about. I lost some very cherished but popular names. I lost the name Primrose for my level 13 smuggler that I haven't played in years. I only use her to like test out level 13 stuff. So she was named after... Oh, shut up, train! Be quiet, we're talking about server merge names. It's a very important topic, you know? Named after... I can't remember the name of the series now. Katniss Everdeen, you know, that one. Hunger Games. And I played that smuggler with a friend until he got bored around level 13. Oh, so loud! Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. And I also lost... I had a roleplay character, another sage. I always say I have like 3 sages. This is my 3rd one because I really like the consular. His name was Padaja. I'm kind of surprised I lost that one. I assumed just someone else had it, and maybe they were only like level like 40, but whatever, they beat me out because I don't think I'd even logged into him for years. He was on a different server. I'd never even bothered to move him over in the first place. Oh my gosh, Javiik got stomped on his face, and oh no, when my computer crashed last week, I didn't reset all my UI. How sad. Oh, here we go. I found the right quickfire now. So what is new in the news of Star Wars The Old Republic? Server merges happened. So this whole time, I've been telling you guys nothing happened. We're just waiting for server merges. Now they have happened, there's still not much news, and it's actually kind of a good thing. Server merges went surprisingly smoothly. They did have an extremely extended maintenance, but this was nothing that anyone who was watching the development tracker and their communications was surprised about. Basically, they said, we're going to give you a 12-hour estimate of when the servers will be down on server merge day, but it may be longer than that, and they extended it quite a lot. Like, I don't remember exactly how long. I want to say something like 24 hours, possibly even more, or possibly slightly less. Don't quote me on that one, but it was a really long time. Like, people were waiting for it. We're trying to wait up all night for it, and it ended up being like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning or something like that. But I'm proud of the team for being able to do it. There were no major issues apart from like time delays, and they had to bring down the servers once or twice. Basically, they had some issues on a couple of the servers, and they decided they wanted to stopped them before they got out of hand, I guess. So they like paused the server, fixed them, and then put it back up line. I mean, I feel like a little bit of downtime is more than reasonable when such a huge operation is going on, such a huge change. Especially because they were trying to make sure people didn't like lose items. I had somebody do it at the cartel market, and players who had bought items or put them in their stash or something. I'm not entirely sure. So what is there actually? Oh, yeah, we should definitely talk about. Ah, Jumbo! Calm, Swtorista. Oh, we just need one more. And if you forgot what we were doing, we're just doing the Balmorra bonus series. It's actually quite boring. I regret starting it, I guess. I would not recommend it. I decided when I started the series I want to do every quest, so here I am doing it. I did like finding out the special secret about the Colicoids, if you guys remember that from before. That was neat. Was it worth everything? No. Just watch the YouTube cutscene of the Colicoid talking. No more healing. So, what is going on right now? If you are watching this series before November 27th, 2017, if you're watching it after, it's too late. Just be sad that you missed out. Sorry. There is a special event going on right now. It was November 8th to November 27th. And that is to earn the companion called Darth Hexid. Now, it's a very cool companion. She's a Zabrak. She can join you. She can be earned by any character who's like level 10 or higher. Can be free to play. Oh my gosh, I can earn her on Javiik. Oh no, wait, I need to group find her. What can I even do? Oh gosh, I should do that with friends. Okay, we're gonna do it. I don't think we're gonna do it today because I didn't plan for it, but at some point we're just gonna do an episode with friends going after Darth Hexid. I declare this before the 27th. So anyway, she's a companion. She was actually created a while ago for a different event, but the event you could win one of the two and the player base decided on the other one. So now Darth Hexid's model was ready, but they hadn't like fully finished her or anything like that. So they decided, let's find a good event for her to come out, and I guess they decided they wanted to like encourage people to group up now that server merges are here, so people could see how awesome like the Q-pops are now that everyone's together. And so to earn her, all you have to do is, you can either do one of two things. No matter what you do, you must group up with others. There's no solo option for this, I'm sorry. The first option is to queue up for war zones. You can do 3 war zones. Super simple, don't have to win. Hey, we can get back on our speeder. The other option is to queue up for flashpoints or uprising using the group finder. These are, if you've never done a flashpoint or an uprising, uprisings are for level 70. Or higher if it's higher by the time you watch this, probably not anytime soon. And they're both similar. Flashpoints are 4-man group content, usually with a story attached to it. Uprisings are 4-man group content with very little story. You just kind of go through and kill bad guys. They're both fairly fun. I like both of them so far that I've done. If you want to watch me play some uprisings, I think I have a playlist somewhere of me doing them with friends. And there has been quite a few issues with her though. When they first released her, they made it sound like you could do 3 flashpoints in the group finder or 3 PvP war zones. There wasn't anything more to it. Nothing interesting. Be easy to tell if you earned her or not. Did you do 3 or not? But there's actually been quite a few bugs related to her and using the group finder. So far, I haven't heard anyone reporting any bugs due to the PvP missions. Just if you do them, you're done, easy peasy, no issues. But I have heard some really interesting bugs about using the group finder to do the flashpoints or uprising. The first one is that, and this is not in the other video if you watched it because it was too complicated and I didn't know enough about it. Oh, pause for codex. We're in some random area on Balmorra, by the way. We're like in a bonus area, you only go just for the bonus area. Outpost Tracken 4. Named for the old Tracken 4 chemworks, Outpost Tracken 4 is now held by the Balmorran Resistance. The chemworks were destroyed in the Imperial bombardment of Balmorra, and the entire area surrounding the outpost is covered in pools of deadly chemical waste. The toxic pools have been a boon to Resistance defenders at the outpost. The choke points leading around the pools are well defended, making a large-scale assault impossible. Resistance fighters stationed at the outpost must rotate to other locations on Balmorra frequently. However, the long-term effects of the exposure to the chemical waste are unknown. Hey, we jumped in some toxic waste earlier, didn't we? It was so much fun. Yes, it was. We should do it some more sometime. That was where you guys were supposed to say yes. Oh, there's a quest right here. And an enemy nearby. Oh, what I was talking about. Oh, Darth Hexed. Right. So the first issue is if you have... I'm going to show you first how to check it in case you missed it on the other video. So to check if you got her or not, you go into your legacy. It's right here. Achievements. And then go to the event section and general and scheme updates. If you got one of these 2 second ones, like it's lit up, it's finished, it'll still say ×0, but if you got the achievement, then you've got her. You only have to have one of the 2 and you're done. And you only have to do it for 1 character on your entire account, and it'll be granted to every character on every server.
This is Lieutenant Zach Harrell, 83rd Platoon. It's my final duty to report. Mission failure. My squad had orders to recover stolen Imperial data card from Resistance fighters. Recovery complete, but my men suffered extensive injuries. Ambushed by Republic patrol. Many men too injured to run. Wouldn't leave them. Not to those animals. We stood our ground, called for air support, but the enemy must have jammed our signal. Republic scum slaughtered my men, shot the wounded where they lay, and left me for dead. The enemy stole the data card. They now possess codes to open any Imperial security door on Balmorra.
That's not good.
I accept full responsibility. Should have run when we had the chance. Overheard them mention a computer at their outpost. Taking the coded data card there for decryption. If reinforcements find this message, recovery of stolen coded data card, maximum priority. Find Republic outpost. Retrieve coded data card. Return to Captain Laba at our forward base.
One of the options is all I wanted was some loot.
Oh dear, what am I into this time?
Lieutenant Zach Harrell. Signing off.
That's not a very Javiik line, but we're in the bonus series. Bonus series, anything goes. So now here's where the bugs come in. First off, players were saying, you must have the daily reward showing to be eligible for the Darth Hexed achievement, like for it to count to your 1 of 3 uprisings and flashpoints by the group finder. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is true or not. This is usually a good indicator, though. You want to have it in green, and that's what you want to shoot for, but you might still be able to do it if it's gray. I just don't know exactly what the requirements are. Now, one bug that seems to be at least mostly confirmed. If you have started another flashpoint at any time, a story flashpoint quest, usually the ones you pick up solo. Most players were having issue with this specifically for Umbara, but you could totally have it for a random low-level flashpoint you picked up along the way and never finished. If you have one open, it may bug out whether you get credit for doing Darth Hexed through the group finder. So, easy fix, so you just go into your quest and see, do I have any? No, I totally have one. So you have story, flashpoint, black talon running. So all you do is just abandon it. And that one's one you can totally pick up later. It's not an issue. Train again? Oh my gosh. You guys are gonna like know the entire train schedule behind my house. Locate the crash shuttle. Is that this right here? I see people. I see lightning. So most people are earning her without too many issues, so that's good. But if you aren't earning her, like after you do a flashpoint or uprising through the group finder, go check that achievement. Dumb thing number 2. The achievement says, you can't see it because I'm like level 33, but it says specifically veteran flashpoints. Oh, I found it! Veteran flashpoints, Master Mode flashpoints, and veteran uprisings. It seems The ship's log reveals the spy survived the crash but was critically injured. He took the bioweapon canister and set it out on foot. Okay. It says that you can only do Master, Veteran, and Veteran uprisings. Apparently people are getting credit for story mode uprisings, and those are actually the shortest and easiest, I believe, of all the options available. Oh, bad stuff. Bad stuff? Yep, bad stuff's bad for me. Hey, Kimbao, go take a bath. He ran in it. Stupid Kimbao. What do we need to do? Locate the rebel spy, who is apparently located in the toxic dump. That's where I would be if I was a rebel spy. So if you are short on time, story mode uprisings, and you want to do PvE, that would be the one you want to try out. Nope, this is other players reporting it has worked. I did not try it out myself. You find spy's personal data pad. Only the final message looks important. Injured in the crash, won't make it. Hid the bioweapon canister under space debris in the swamp. Hope you Republic boys find this before the imps do. Plastic boys. Oh, I see stuff to destroy. And that is literally it for Star Wars news right now. Woo! Now there is a ton of stuff coming out about a month after server merges come out on the 28th of November 2017. And I'm looking forward to all of that. You searched the fallen space debris. You spacebarred through it too fast and you didn't get to find out what happened. It's okay. It said, there's nothing here. Well, I'm glad I looked, or else I'd be very sad and feel like I missed out. Now, what there has been in Star Wars news has been very interesting. Nothing here as well. Curses. Let's go look for more garbage. There has been a bit of a controversy regarding Battlefront 2 and the way you can earn special items in that game. I'm not sure if they're quite called items, but how you can earn specific things in the game. And players were doing the math and realized that it was an incredibly long time to earn something that many players felt should be like something you could earn in a more normal amount of time. And what the actual issue was not only was it very grindy if you wanted to earn it in-game, the option was to buy it or gamble with it, kind of like buying cartel packs and you don't know quite what's inside to get that item. So many players felt that they were specifically encouraging players to buy their way through the gameplay. So because I have not played Battlefront 2 and I have not extremely researched it to enough to talk about that specific situation, except that many players were upset and it received one of the most downvoted comments in all of history. Congratulations, EA. That was not very good market research, I guess. Kill his Eldritch Mother. The good news is they have reversed at least some of it. I don't know to what extent, but I think it might have been a little bit too little too late. What I did kind of want to talk about was the gambling and cartel pack aspect in Star Wars: The Old Republic, because that is something I'm actually knowledgeable about. I like opening them because I like goodie bags. I'm sorry. I don't like gambling. I don't like putting money in slot machines, but I like seeing goodies come out of a bag that are random. I was a very happy little girl when I used to buy the ones that had like random hair ties and stuff. Or like the ones you get at parties and they have junk in them, but it's just so fun to open. Now, Star Wars: The Old Republic is trying to open these stupid crates. Where are they? Oh, I'm supposed to kill things. Oops. Kill a Zeldritch Mother. Let me... Is that one? That's a Marshwalker. It's a Marshwalker. It's a Marshwalker. That's a Marshwalker. I don't know where she is. Am I missing something here? Is she hiding? We'll run around and talk about cartel packs. Now, one of the things I do like about SWTOR is that it has a free-to-play version. It is not a full free-to-play game like some other games are. It is a really extensive free demo, and probably one of the best free demos you're going to find out there. Especially if you're particularly looking to see the story, which is what this game is most complimented about, I guess you could say. Now, I also like that there is a cartel market where you can buy cosmetic items with real money. I don't really have any issue with this. I would like to point out, I like that businesses can make money. So, I don't like when you can pay to win. This game is very pay to play, and the gearing at endgame and the activities at endgame at level 70 at the time are very much locked behind a subscription wall. Whoa! You think the Seldrake mother's down there? I wonder if there's a Datacron here. Keep your ears open. This is where I would stick a Datacron, somewhere where you die if you have to go get it. That's why I'm not a game designer. Now, what I like specifically about SWTOR's cartel market is that about 90% of the items are cosmetic, and about 8% are... Oh, is that one? Yes, there she is. There's the mama. She's glowing. And majority of the other items that aren't purely cosmetic are just unlocks for your free-to-play account. I'm not even entirely sure why you would buy them. Because you would just subscribe and a bunch get unlocked, and you might as well just subscribe. Unless you're like looking to downgrade to preferred on a permanent basis and maybe spending your cartel coins. Oh sweet, we got a codex for the Zeldrate. The Zeldrate is a sweet predator that used to hunt down Bormus in the Balmorran plains, but with the Bormu population dwindling, the Zeldrate has increasingly targeted sentient prey. Imperial troops and resistant fighters wounded during battle are common victims, but bolder Zeldrates have assaulted full squads. Nasty. Prior to the invasion, Zeldrates were hunted for caustic chemical secretion, useful as a cleaning solution for industrial parts. Today, with Balmorran industry operating below half capacity, the Zeldrate population has seen a slight increase, balanced by the fact that they are often killed seeking easy prey on the battlefield. Interesting. See, it's those random little things in the codexes. Like, would you know that this Mrs., I guess, she could be used as a cleaning supply? Look at her. Look at this. Please donate for the Save the Bormus Fund. Codexes. I'm really glad I'm doing this series. It really gives me a good reason to read them that I probably would not have otherwise. So, what I wanted to talk about is not specifically the cosmetic items or the unlocks. The unlocks are kind of dumb. The way I see them are a way for players who are subscribed can buy them to sell to people who are about to become preferred, or really dumb. Not really dumb, but unaware or ignorant free-to-play players who buy them not realizing some of them get lifted when you're subscribed, or that, I don't know, I guess a preferred player should just subscribe. It makes more sense most of the time. Not all the time. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about are the few items that are not cosmetic, because I don't want to give the impression that 100% of the items on the cartel market are cosmetic, because that is very untrue. It's a pretty accurate statement to say a large majority are cosmetic, like, so most of the items are, let's see, they're like their armor that doesn't have any stats. They actually removed the armors with stats completely, I believe. Their weapons, they look cool, once again, no stats. Dyes, cosmetic armor. There is cool looking mounts, but as you can see, I have my sweet mount that I got in the game. I think I could have even earned this one from a flashpoint. We finish everything here? No, we didn't. And the unlocks, which I talked about before. So yeah, most of the things, color crystals, they have a minor advantage, but not anything you couldn't get in game most of the time. You can just get it a bit earlier through the cartel market. Now, some of the few items that do exist on the cartel market that are not cosmetic or unlocks. The first one are the CXP boosts. CXP. Ooh. Boost. There we go, command boost. CXP is just what they actually boost. These guys offer you an advantage by paying cartel points, which can be gotten through subscribing or by using a security key on your phone, or most commonly, people just pay real money to get cartel points so they can get cosmetic items or whatever else. Oh, this is a real person. That's surprising. Apparently there's an instance over here. Maybe we'll go to it later. So the CXP boosts are one of the few items that were pay to win, I guess. They were not like you could not just buy the gear, you still had to play in game, but they did speed things up quite a bit. They currently offer, there was a 25% boost version, and I believe this version is now, it boosts your increase of command points 100% for 3 hours. If you're not a subscriber or you have not reached level 70, CXP is your way of earning gear after in-game if you only enjoy solo content. So every time you do any type of quest, you gain CXP. As you gain CXP, you go up in command levels, and every time you go up a command level, you get a random crate with some with gear in it. Possibly awesome gear, possibly just junk. It's kind of random. This is nice because an option to earn gear solo was really not available before now. This is not necessarily my favorite form of progression for a solo player. I'm not a huge fan of RNG in general. Is something exploding or... Nope. Sound the alarm! Oh! Something is exploding, we just didn't wait long enough. I managed to aggro everyone in groups. Now these CXP boosts, like I said, you can get cartel points from subscribing, so kind of for free, sorta. And you can get them from your security key, so not every player will pay to get them in the first place. But players who did pay for cartel points to buy a CXP boost were technically paying to increase the speed of their experience in the game. So to avoid some of the grind, I guess you could say, they would gain 100% more CXP than the person beside them who did not pay money to get these CXP boosts. I didn't really hate these when it came out. As far as pay to win go, it was pretty mild, especially because there was nothing stopping you from earning CXP, and once they started adjusting it, I felt like the rate was pretty fair. Like, it took them a while to get a good rate, but even when I'm playing without a CXP boost on my main character, I really don't mind the rate at what gear comes. So it never felt like a grind, it just felt like a super bonus, super fast when you use a CXP boost. Especially if there was like a CXP event or something else like that going on, and it was super fast. Well, that was that. We got the encrypted. Oh, hey Campbell, go sell my stuff. And I know there's not going to be a very interesting story nearby, so I don't have to worry about losing Campbell for a while. Just I shouldn't fight anything, I guess. Now, I am actually quite happy about them existing on the cartel market because those items or similar items have been added to other parts of the game. They can totally be earned in-game. If I recall correctly, as you earn CXP and CXP levels, the level 70 gearing levels, you gain these tokens, and one of the things you can buy with these tokens is CXP boosts. That makes it pretty simple. You can still buy them from the cartel market, but any player who plays on a frequent basis will actually have way too many of those tokens, and will actually say, I wish there was more to buy than just CXP boosts because I have too many tokens. So not really an issue in game anymore, which makes me happy because I don't like that the kind of precedent I guess that was setting. It kind of makes me worry about the future. Now the other item that is very, I guess you could say is kind of close to pay to win, but I think in Star Wars: The Old Republic specifically it can be given a bit of a pass. Now when the game first came out, there was no way for a very long time to automatically level a character. Sometimes you would get to double XP events or fast XP events. There was XP boosts that you could get from the cartel market or in game, but almost all players who play on a frequent basis know that leveling can be very fast. Like if you're playing like once a week, like I'm playing on Javiik, like I'm level 34, and how long have we been playing? We're on episode 24 and I play 4 times a month. That's we've been playing for a while. Has that really been that long? Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, it's been 6 months. Awesome. I've been enjoying it so far, so zero complaints about the time length there. Get on our speeder. So from what I remember, it might be even faster or slower now. A player who wants to level their character from 0 to, I think, 60. Now it's 70, so it would obviously take longer, but at 60, I think it would take like 8 hours if you just wanted to skip the cutscenes. Like if your main goal was to get to end game. Like 8 hours, that's nothing. That's like 2 mega sessions on a weekend. You could do that in like 2 weekends if you were going hard, or if you were like insane and you really wanted it, you could do it in a day. Make sure to take a pee break and a food break and make it 9 hours, but you totally could if that was your main goal. Now so what I'm trying to get at is leveling is not hard. It is not something that's considered requires a skill level. It just takes time. And yeah, so not pay to win is what I'm going for when they added something called an Outlander token. And this token is actually really cool. It allows you to automatically create a level 60 or 65 character. Now, the main goal of this token was to allow players to jump right into the new stories that were released called Knights of the Fallen Empire, and then the next chapter, Knights of the Eternal Throne. This is because maybe players were gone for like years and they heard about the new story and they didn't want to have to go like play on their level 34 knight and have to finish like 40 expansions before they ever got to Knights of the Fallen Empire. They just wanted to try that cool new story in a new format and a new legacy, I guess you could say. And the new stories are very neat if you haven't played them. I have my issues with the actual story here and there, but the actual, like, playing it is really cool. Like, I really liked it. Like, the cinematics are awesome, and you know how much I like cutscenes in general, so...
The spy was dead when I found him. He hid the bioweapon, but I dug it up.
Poor Republic. All that trouble for nothing. At any rate, congratulations. I'll include a full description of your heroics in my report. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must see to the bioweapon safe transport off Balmorra.
Be safe. I guess I could technically use an XP boost right now. I don't really need it. We're way too overleveled.
You don't need to worry about the gold Nibre anymore.
I am in your debt, my lord. I just found out that my reinforcements were killed by a rebel ambush.
Oops.
Without you, the Gold Nibre's attack would have succeeded for sure.
We just got 50k XP from that quest. I'm very close to reaching 200,000 credits. Wow, okay, like I said, credits come faster the more you level up. Remember how we were struggling to get 5,000 credits when we first started playing the game, and now we're almost at 200,000, and I'm gonna have to go find something to spend them on? We're gonna go buy decorations. Yeah! Now, here's why I don't think those tokens are pay to win. Number 1, they had a specific purpose. It was specifically to see the story. Number 2, you don't gain a major edge that another player cannot get without a little elbow grease. You can level to 60 or 65 without too much time taken. If you're trying to do all the stories, it's going to take you a while, but if you just do those purple triangle quests, it's going to be pretty fast. Like, as you can see, I'm on a level 22 planet. If you look down here near my character portrait... Oh, Bormu! He's my friend. Down here, I'm actually level 34. I'm on a level 22 planet. So, I'm way over leveled from doing all the quests. Bormu! The enormous and majestic Bormus once moved in herds across Balmorra until the Imperial bombardment wiped out many of the slow-moving behemoths, and the pollution from Balmorra's destroyed factories poisoned the land and Bormu's food supply. Oh. Despite their size, Bormus are incredibly gentle beasts and formerly relied on their herds for protection, stampeding potential predators. Now that they are on the brink of extinction, lone Bormus are easily picked off by smaller, faster predators. Oh, it's not really cute, but look at that face! They're gentle creatures. Ugly! Ugly but gentle creatures. And they make noises. I don't know if it's loud enough so you can hear, but they're making little noises. Number 4. Players who are buying them are actually often players who already have multiple high-level characters. So for example, I bought one because I wanted to play on another server with friends, but I didn't want to spend a bunch of time leveling. Actually, I didn't even have the time to do it. So they said, let's go do a flashpoint. And I was like, sure, I can get an Outlander token with my cartel coins. Another reason is because my Imperial friends on this server wanted to do raids. And I was like, I have a character there, but I'm not very comfortable raiding on them. So I made a clone of my Republic characters. They're mirror classes. So I just made the Imperial tank version of her. And I was able to... Did we do this quest? Oh no, we're turning it in. And I was able to raid with them. I just had to memorize which the icons were.
Captain Labber, 83rd Platoon. I'll do my best to serve, my lord, though my resources are limited. One of my squads disappeared while returning from an important mission. I'm mounting a search and rescue operation.
How many missing squads are there?
The situation is under control, Captain. I finished the mission your men started.
Finished? You don't even know the details of our mission. Wait. That data card you're holding. I recognize those markings. That's the security codes the traitors stole. I sent Lieutenant Haral's squad to recover that. They didn't make it, did they?
They were ambushed and slaughtered by a Republic patrol.
I served with Lieutenant Haral for 6 years. This must not stand. It's time to burn every Republic outpost to the ground. Show those dogs how the 83rd Platoon avenges its fallen. I'll organize what's left of my command and drive those scum off Balmorra by myself if I have to.
That's awesome.
Hatred will win this war.
When I tell the men, we'll have all the hate we need. It's good you retrieved that data card. If the Resistance had cracked our security codes, their saboteurs and commanders could have struck where we're most vulnerable.
Perhaps this data card might be safer with me.
Zoom in on his chest.
Very probably true, my lord. However, I've already signaled Central Command to come and get it. I wish I could offer a greater reward, but I'm afraid this will have to do. You've inspired us to take action, my lord. Those Republic scum will suffer for what they've done.
Sweet, he gave me credits. I don't think I'm gonna get anything particularly cool for doing the bonus series, because mostly I've gotten XP and credits. It's kind of lame.
Teufel atraus.
It's really done, isn't it? The men who killed my family. You've made them pay. The names match the dog tags. They're dead. All dead. Go home now, Captain. My wife and daughter are avenged.
I'll have the men prepare for departure, sir.
It's not as satisfying as I expected. Perhaps I should see whether those Republic soldiers had families.
Justice has been served. You won't gain anything by murdering more.
Kimball disapproves.
You may be right. I'll think on what you've said. You've done well for me. Take a reward. Farewell.
Kimball's like, murder their families, their children, their dogs, and their hairdressers, and let me eat them afterwards, okay? No, Kimball.
No pars ok.
No. Are we done? No, we have a whole other section. Oh my god. Let's quick travel over there. No, let's take the taxi and talk some more. I like that plan. So when you buy Outlander token, you do get a few advantages that other people don't have, but they are mostly just time-based. They aren't skill-based anyway. One is you get some automatic crafting level 500, I think, and the current max is 600. Don't quote me on that. So you save some time crafting. Honestly, of the Outlander characters, I don't think I actually used their crafting skills, but I imagine that could be nice for a player who hasn't already gotten all 6 crafting skills across all their characters. You get some basic gear to start with that looks cool. Cosmetic, and also has stats. It's just some basic gear just to get you started, I guess. It's nowhere near top tier at all. You get stats, crafting, level 60 or 65 character, automatically able to start the newest story. That's really about it. So it exists, and it is a bit pay to win when it comes to the leveling system, but the leveling system requires no skill. I guess my biggest definition is I don't want to be expected to do it for endgame in Star Wars The Old Republic. I like those tokens because they specifically allow you to jump into endgame content if you choose on a new type of character, or jump into the story. I think one of the most important things, it is not the recommended or the usual way to use an Outlander token. Like most players, if you're a new player, everyone will say, don't make an Outlander token. You're gonna miss all the good parts of the story, which is the classic stories are considered the best in the game. Oh, I was already in this area before, huh? Oh my gosh, so much stuff. Deposit poison body parts. Ah, grody. Why are we doing that? Oh, I got Colicoid Prince. Oh, gross. Too many bugs. Too many bugs. Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Oh, I accidentally got another. Well, we're gonna have our, our bonus kill 45 Colicoids. And even even for a player who's older and who wants to make a endgame character, like maybe you have 3 level 70s already, people still don't usually recommend, like, if you want that 4th class that you've never played before, don't necessarily make an Outlander token of it, because you'll have to learn all your abilities from scratch versus learning them as you level. And you're gonna be kind of, if you like try to hop into a Flashpoint or a raid by making a level 65 character and not even like playing with it a bit, you're gonna be like, what the heck are all these abilities? I have no idea what I'm doing. So it's super not the recommended way, and the normal way is at least to most players considered a reasonable amount of time to do it. So it doesn't take you like 40 hours to level a character if your main goal is to reach endgame. Most players actually do play the story though, so it takes quite a bit longer. Like I mentioned, we're on 6 months of playing Javiik as a super casual free-to-play player. Oh, we're on episode 25! Boom! 6 months in 1 week! And I think those are the only items I can think of. Now, one interesting thing that they did try was they actually tried DLC. I guess downloadable content, kind of, sort of. But additional content, story content that is part of the game on the cartel market. And this is something that they actually actively decided they did not like, they did not want to do it again, and it has not showed up since. This is a long time ago. This is like, okay, bad with dates, somewhere between 2 to 4 years ago. It was not any time recently. They created items that gave you an additional quest. It gave you a little bit of XP for finishing it, but the main thing was that it gave you story quest. And it was not like a interesting quest to do. It was just kind of flavor story. It was just kind of like a cutscene given from a very unique character. And it is pretty cool to see. The items are ridiculously stupid expensive now because players realize this is a quite unique item. And it gained popularity over time as it became rarer and scarcer. Deposit poison body parts. I don't know how to do this. Let's take a look. Colicoid feast. Oh, I'm looking for colicoid feasting mounds. Ooh, those are nasty. Some moundy looking things over there. Oh no, I don't want to fight any more colicoids. Oh, the series Balmorra, you're killing me. Now, as I mentioned, these items exist in the game. They are in cartel packs, so they are not like directly for sale right now, but players still oh my gosh, get back on my bar. Players still sometimes come across them and then they're like, woohoo, or they sell them on the GTN and they're like, woohoo, because they're worth a bunch of money. I have actually collected them all on my main character because I realized what a unique item they were. They cannot be just purchased right now. Like I said, it's more kind of luck if you get them. Like from the Grand Transfuse or from something else. Technically, you could get them from playing the game in Galactic Command, I guess. But players didn't. I don't know if there was a lot of outrage at the time, or if some came later. But they decided in general they didn't like that method, which is good, because I don't, especially because they're in the random chance cubes. Like I kind of would be interested to see story content on the cartel market. I think that would be an interesting experiment. They kind of did something like that with Treek. Now, Treek is a unique companion. She has story attached to her. She doesn't have a quest of her own, I think. I have her, but I haven't finished her. But she has a lot of those companion stories that you can talk with her about. Oh, is this a mount? Yeah, it looks like one. We'll slowly holocoid our way across the land. She is probably the only true, I guess, story content in the game that you must buy. There are lots of other companions you can buy now. They've added them over time, but Treek is unique in having a story. The rest are more just for fun. Like, you can get around Christmas time, you can get a Wampa from the cartel market to be your companion and have a Wampa follow you around and fight things for you. That's cool. There's like droids and like Star Wars creatures and stuff like that, but they're not story heavy. They're pretty much cosmetic because of how easy it is to get different companions these days. On my main character, I have at least 20 companions, if not way more. That's a level 60 to 70 thing. As part of the new story, you can gain way more companions. So they're mostly cosmetic. Treek's story is not, though, so they kind of tried it there. I don't know how successful, or I don't think anyone was too upset by it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. But yeah, all in all, SWTOR's cartel market, or their microtransactions would be the generic term for it, are pretty cosmetic. And they can, one of the other things that I really find important for it to be like okay with me is I don't know where I'm going. I need to deposit poison body parts and I don't know where, and I keep going in circles and attracting colloids and I just want to get rid of these poison body parts. Okay, I think it's gonna be bedtime after this. One of the things that I find really important is that you can buy and sell every single one of these items on the GTN. The GTN is a player-run market, so you can sell them to other players. There is not a single one that is locked behind, like, you have to buy it yourself. That means a player who really enjoys playing the game and doesn't mind trading, I guess, time in to do like heroics or crafting or whatever they do to make money in the game, they can buy them from other players. So technically you could have all this rare stuff and never had dumped a dime. Colloid mutilator. What's a colloid mutilator? How do they see me from so far away? And so you could have never spent a dime in this game while having a whole bunch of cool stuff. And as you can see now, I haven't spent any cartel points or money on the game so far, and I'm level 33 and I got missions. So I like that there's a mix. I like that you can kind of trade time of grinding for money, but you can't trade skill. So if you want to get the best gear in the game, you really have to put a huge amount of time in to do Galactic Command, or you have to have skill in doing the hardest operations in the game. You just can't buy it. Oh, I bet you it's that big one. Yes, it is. Oh, we're over here trying to find the nests. Please be a nest thing. I wanna... Did this? Oh, yes, I'm so happy. Should we stay in here? Will it kill us? Ew. Ew, colloids are coming to eat it. That's nasty. So I do like that a player who maybe works a 9-to-5 job and they work really hard, and no, let's make it a 8-to-6 job. They work really hard. They only get to play, like I play Javiik once a week. They do not have time to do those heroics, but they do have money they're willing to trade in. So they can go just buy that really cool item. Or if they want credits instead, they can buy a cool item from the cartel market and sell it to someone else who wants to trade for credits. So I think that makes it a really nice balance. And you still can't earn the best gear in the game. And there's still stuff that is locked behind, I guess, achievements. And when other people see them, they know they're cool. So some of those cool items are the Crest of the Dreadmasters. You must earn that one yourself. There's lots of titles that you must earn yourself. There's lots of achievements that you must earn yourself, and these cannot be bought. And lately I've noticed in the last year or two, I'm a little disappointed. I've noticed the balance between stuff you can only earn and stuff you can get on the cartel market has been a bit skewed, but there is still a ton of stuff you can only earn in the game. And I'm hoping they kind of return more to having a balance between the two. Like, my preference would be half and half, but I don't know what like an industry standard would be, or like an analytics-based standard would be. Need to find more places for these lovely, lovely body parts. I think that's one up there. So yeah, things that I like about the cartel market: you can sell stuff on the GTN and buy stuff on the GTN if you don't want to spend money. Mostly cosmetic. The things that aren't cosmetic aren't really too bad in my mind. I don't know if everyone agrees, but I assume most people would agree who understand the game and what those things do. Yeah, that sums it up. That's what I think about microtransactions in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I like the new model where you can subscribe and unlock everything in the past, the expansions, and you no longer have to buy them individually. That's a very awesome thing you can tell new and potential players that I don't know what other games have that. I don't know, maybe all of them do, but it's still cool. Like, $15, have everything. Cool. I did not like the paying per month for each chapter. They realized lots of people did not like that. Oh, I'm supposed to do something right here. Mark the nest. Ta-da! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no! Sorry. Javiik is now dead. Rest in peace, buddy. You just got some orbital bombardment. Oh god, there's so many of them. I just want to go around them, but I don't think I even can. I think there's some nests over there. What other... I have not played that many MMOs, at least not recent ones, because I've started playing Star Wars and then that was my thing for the last like 5 years, however long it's been out. I think it's like 6 now, not bad. I have played Guild Wars 2 quite a bit. Guild Wars 2 has an interesting model, and I'm very curious about how their revenue works out. Basically, the way Guild Wars 2 works, there's... I think there's a kind of free-to-play version. I think it's a lot more limited. I haven't tried it out. It much like SWTOR, it didn't exist for a long time, so when I was playing, I don't think it existed. They basically, at the time when I was playing, you would buy the game. I think it was about $60. Sometimes you could get it on sale, and then you didn't have to pay again. There was no subscription. You just, once you bought it, you were in. And then eventually they released an expansion. I believe recently they did their third, like Path of Fire, I think is the name. And the other one was a green one. Green Dragon. So for them, the way they made the majority of their money was from selling the game itself. And then the next was the cosmetic cash shop. And I did not fully explore it to the extent I have SWTORs, but as far as I can tell, same thing. Most of it was cosmetic. But I'm very curious because SWTOR's model is a constant stream of revenue through subscribership, plus the option to buy cosmetic stuff. So I'm very curious about how they balance out. Like, does one do way more than the other? Like, do more people play Guild Wars 2 because there's no subscription cost? So do more people buy from the cosmetic shop? It's like, I had a friend, she wouldn't be able to afford paying a monthly fee for a game, so she probably wouldn't pick up a game that had that. But she did have every once in a while $20 to get some cool, pretty armor for her characters. So that model worked out really well for her. But if she would not put in a dime into SWTOR, because for her it wouldn't be worth it. I know Lord of the Rings, I don't remember what their business model was, but I do remember you could buy horses. I know in ESO you can get a camel. And that is my main draw to the game, is that you could potentially ride a camel. If I ever play ESO, that is, I will be investing. I don't care if it's $50 in getting a damn camel. That's about all I have researched. Camels and horses and hairstyles in Guild Wars 2 were the things that I bought. I think I bought a few outfits too. Ooh, something else that comes to mind when I think about Guild Wars 2 and SWTOR is I really like their system of collecting armor and owning armor, but SWTOR has so much more armor as far as I can tell. Their dye system is awesome too, but SWTOR, like Guild Wars 2, I felt very limited, especially because armors look different on different types of characters. Like my female character was often way too skimpy. Oh, ow! Javiik hit his head. Like I do like skimpy armor. Like I just want it to have the choice to wear it or not. One day I'm gonna do sexy armors of SWTOR. After I'm done all the cool armors, I'm just gonna do a full episode called Sexy Armors of SWTOR 2018! No, I'm gonna make like one of the other YouTubers do it so it's less awkward. It's not me doing it. We still have to deposit those poison body parts. I'm gonna die. I don't want to do this quest. Where are they? Okay, that's it. All the colloids. We're just gonna run until we find them. Here, take that! Ha! And you, take that. And if we die, well, at least we die with colloids at our back. Can I? Oh, I can use that one on the run. That's nice. Okay, hey, look at that. Should I touch that? It's now a good time. No, it's not a good time. Let's go, 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 go! There's one, there's one, there's one. Okay, don't notice me. Don't look at me. I'm not here. This is the same one we used before. I don't think we found a second one yet. Oh shoot, but they come out of the ground here. Ah! Maybe over here. Oh, there's a Datacron up here, at least on the Republic side. I don't know about Imp side. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they're hidden in different places. Oh, I can hear it though, so there is a Datacron here. Have we found any Datacrons on Balmorra yet? I don't think so. We haven't been very observant. Is there one over there? Are we within range? Yes, we are. Go, Javiik, run! I'm surprised Campbell's still alive back there. I run out of things to talk about, but I feel it's very important to finish this quest because I think it. Oh, I was gonna say I think it's the end of the bonus quest because I feel like we've done so much on Balmorra, but I don't think we've even encountered the world boss on Balmorra yet. So I assume there's a whole nother section, or maybe we accidentally missed the world boss along the way. If so, let's say it. So I am very sad. I actually bought myself a laptop, so as I've mentioned, that train here every night, I actually take it every day, and my commute's about an hour and a half, because I live far away from Los Angeles, basically, and I have to make a really long travel to work in the city where all the jobs are, and there's too many colloids, too many. And I wanted to be more productive with that time, so I decided to get a laptop, see if I could play SWTOR on it, even if it was just on super simple graphics, and it actually worked out really well. Did my research, what's a good gaming laptop at an affordable price. I found one, I think it was about $600. I decided, hey, I'll use the some of the funds I've gotten from ads, so I was very happy about that, and it worked for about almost a month, right before the warranty expired. The return period, and it just suddenly died. I don't exactly know why. It stopped working and I couldn't play any games, not just SWTOR. Oh, finally finished. Hey, can we go in there? We don't have a quest there, it doesn't say though. Oh my god. No! Oops. We can go to mid-center, it's okay. Oh no, I think it's red, but it's showing up green. Anyways, what did you learn? Don't aggro the entire map of colloids. It does not turn out well. Oh, good. Quest.
Our bombers are pounding those colloid nests into toxic dust. You do excellent work. Thanks for your help. You've certainly earned this.
Why didn't they just bomb the whole thing? I mean, I assume there's probably useful stuff, but colloids can die. Is this an open door too? Oh no, it's just a cool little room. This is neat. This would be a really cool roleplay area for like a crashed ship, because you've got the flashing lights and you've got the really, I don't know if you can tell how tilted this is. Woo! This would be a really cool, plus there's no colloids in here. You just have to get here and you're fine. Let's go grab the thing for the datacron. So, as a new player who has not ever played before, I have no idea how you'd know about this datacron. I think I remember finding the chest, but I don't think I was smart enough to go super exploring all the way over here. I think I asked someone what's a hint for this, and they said go look around where you start in the game in Balmorra. And this is the area that you start as a Republic player. So as an Imperial player, you're only going to come here if you're doing the bonus series. As a Republic player, you just kind of start in this area and maybe explore it a bit more. So what happens is you go what looks like out of bounds on the map. Woohoo! And maybe you might notice it because there's a vendor here. And you're like, hey, baba. What's this? Oh, it's apparently locked. Okay.
Take a look. Everything you see is for sale.
Cylinder.
Come back anytime.
Does this open this? I don't know what that box is actually. I'm feeling kind of ignorant right now. I know this key that I just bought. This awesome little code cylinder. Oh, was that expensive? No, it wasn't. Not that expensive. I still have 176,000. Woohoo! I don't actually know how many decorations you can buy with that. I know you can buy tons and tons of starter decorations with that. I don't know what decoration prices are on the GTN. I imagine there's still at least quite a few you can get for under 200k. This is a neat little area. Clearly out of bounds. Oh no, colloids! Go! Run! Oh no, what have we done? I don't know how to get back up now. Turn around, turn around. Eat Campbell, because he's gonna eat you if you don't. Oh, did I jump down here? Yes, I did. How steep is this? Go, Javiik, save yourself. Oh my gosh. This is not how playing Star Wars: The Old Republic is supposed to be. Just clamp, clamp. Oh my gosh, go! Go! Oh, let's go. Yeah, like another Inquisitor with a Campbell duplicate. Campbell's just back there fighting the colloid for me. I'm just like, lurdy dirty, I'm gonna go get a datacron. So what am I looking forward to in the future? Because at the time of making this video, and if you're watching this video around when it comes out, I am celebrating my 20,000 subscribers. So during the earlier part of the week, I have basically put out like 40 different contests. Okay, not 40, but lots. Plenty. Some are on YouTube. I hope you're smart enough to find them because they're on the videos page. I can't help you if you can't, I'm sorry. So on YouTube I did a contest for free-to-play players and a separate one for subscribers, which I like the idea of. I wish I'd done a preferred one too now, because I didn't realize that a lot of preferred players have a majority of the unlocks, even the ones that they can't get by default. Like preferred players have just bought them over time. How do I get up there? No more colloids! Up here? Yes. Climbing? Yes. And I have been a bit overwhelmed by the amount of people responding to the contests, so I don't know what to do about comments and stuff like that. I've had to stop responding to every comment. I'm sorry, guys. So I can't keep up with like 40 comments a minute. Something cool is that now that we're celebrating 20,000 subscribers, Datacron! We're at 22, so that's cool. It's growing. Successfully used the key. Go me! Datacron! Oh, we're gonna get a codex entry. You know the deal. I don't need to read it. Okay. I like how Kambal gives the little head shake too. Here we go. Galactic History 32. Long Exile. This datacron holds unheard of power and knowledge collected by an ancient race. You access its power and discover writings which are clearly only one small piece of a massive galactic history. Led by their new emperor, the survivors of the Sith Empire had left Korriban aboard a small fleet following the Great Hyperspace War. There was no place in known space they could hide from the Republic, and so, undaunted, they fled into the unknown regions of the galaxy. Where the old Sith Empire had been often divided by rivalries, the survivors were now united both by their desire to find a new home and by their anger at the Republic that had sought to destroy them. For decades, the fleet wandered among the stars until one day, a scout vessel returned to the Armada with incredible news. Either by luck or by the esoteric designs of the often silent Emperor, the Sith had rediscovered a long-lost outpost world, the jungle planet of Dromund Kaas. Absent from any star charts, Dromund Kaas presented a perfect refuge where the Sith Empire could rebuild and plan its revenge. That's kind of a cool entry. Okay, Colloid time. Well, avoid colloids and go in the room time. Dear Shivavada, I promise one day that I will return to my ship and I will bring in cat food and kitty litter, but I'm sure that medical bay is getting rather stinky. In the meantime, I am busy murdering colloids for the Empire. Your loving son, Javiik. Please be near the end of the bonus series. I can't take it anymore. I'm looking forward to getting back to the Inquisitor story. One of the contests I hosted somewhere else, I asked people, what is your favorite quest in the game? And a lot of people are saying different parts of the Inquisitor story, and I'm like, I miss it. I'm starting to understand how people feel when they're like, oh, it's getting too boring. Just go do the purple quest, don't do anything else. And I guess I understand why they turned it off now. Because for an average player, they might not realize that this is truly bonus and doesn't have an actual reason to do. I think the main reason the bonus series was added was to give players a catch-up mechanic if they were behind on XP. Because before, you still can now, but let's say your next planet is level 30 and you're only level 20, you're gonna have a really rough time. And there's not a lot of places you can quickly make up XP. Like there's no, you couldn't redo heroics back in the game, now you can. But it wasn't a thing that existed forever. And the only other way you could gain XP quickly if you've done all the quests was to maybe go do flashpoints over and over, but that's not a logical progression to the story, I guess. Especially while you're leveling, you're really meant to do things one at a time, not the same ones over and over. That's for endgame. I'm looking forward to the celebration I'm having on the weekend. If you're watching this soon when the video comes out. I'm celebrating 20,000 subscribers by doing an in-game event. It's going to be the biggest no-bones dance in the world. The last event I had was really fun, but that was with half the people watching the channel. Now there's literally over double. So I'm a bit worried, I guess, about the event's size. I know some people still weren't able to make it to the party last time just due to instances and stuff like that can only hold so many people. I'm not exactly sure what can be done about that. If I'm doing an in-game event, have to deal with instances. There's literally nothing else I can do. If like 200 people want to come, we're probably going to be split up, which sucks. I'd rather do it with literally everybody. But the reason you can only have so many people in one space is so everyone's computers don't crash. So that's a pretty noble reason for it not to be able to happen as easily. The good news is I tried to split up the event into multiple different parts. So there's the in-game part, and then there's the trivia channel part, and that literally as many people who want to come can come. Like there's 3,000 people technically on that chat server, so we're not going to have any issues, I don't think, if a couple hundred people come. I also learned a lot from trivia last time. I learned how to not screw things up. Yes! But I'm looking forward to the event, even if it's going to be a little crazy. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys too. If you don't see me on the server, like for example, you're in a different instance, you still gonna dance the dance of my people. You are hereby charged with taking a screenshot on your instance if you happen to be on it all by yourself. And I'll still be on voice, so at the very least you can come say hi. We can. I don't know how easy it will be to chat with 5 if there's like 200 people. Even if there's like more than 20 people, it's a bit hard to chat, but at least you'll be a part of the event that way. And chat. And chat. I'll be on chat with everyone. I'll be watching it. I hope you guys win some contests. That reminds me! Oh, I almost totally forgot. I wanted to do a contest for Javiik. I didn't think of what. Okay, surprise! Contest. How far into recording are we? Okay, here is some sweet Sith armor. Look at this. This is Frida Nad's armor set. If you leave a comment, any comment, leave a comment below, and if you win, I'll tell you, okay? I'll pick a random one. Ta-da! Say hi! It's the most organized contest ever. Contest will end. Oh, I guess if you're watching this way later, you suck. I'm sorry. Or I suck, and you don't get a prize, but I'm gonna end it November 18th, so same day as the event. I'm sorry, you guys watching in the future are like, what the hell, man? She teased me with this sweet free Nad armor. I actually like that one. That's the one with like the wings on the back, I guess you could call them. What else is going on for the event that I'm looking forward to? So there's the biggest no bones dance ever, and I'm pretty sure, seeing as I've never seen more than like 20 people dancing no bones at one time, it's gonna be in the world record book. I've gotten a bunch of guildmates to volunteer to help pass stuff out, so I'm gonna be passing out about 100 copies of no bones. I'm hoping that will go well and not be a disaster. I don't know. I wish I had like 1,000 copies. I wish I'd bought way more now. I feel really bad that I didn't, but I felt like 100 at the time was still excessive because it's like literally, it's like over a day and a half or something like that. And I'm like, what's 100 times 100? That's 10,000? Yes. That's 10,000 cartel coins, and I wasn't quite nearly as endowed as I am now. So, even if you don't get a copy, like you're not one of the first 100 people, or we just don't manage to go into you, just do normal dance, and now I may be happy seeing like a bajillion people dancing. These colloquids are harder than the rest, I'm not quite sure why. It's not a heroic or anything. Let's see, your cup of the schematic. Oh, Swtorista. You're starting to talk silly. I mean, sillier than... This colloquid has a name. Aw, I don't want to kill it. I learned that colloquids are sentient. I'll just step into toxic stuff to avoid him. Sounds good. Unless the quest makes me, then I'll kill it. Sorry. What else am I doing? So the no bones thing, I'm expecting that to be the most chaotic part and the part most possible for errors. So I'm sorry if it does go a mess. But I'm looking forward to seeing everyone dance. Next, I'm doing a Oral Bird run If you've never seen it before, there's a pet you can earn, and it's a cute little bird. And I've got about 50 copies of the item you need for it, so anyone who wants to come along can come. Oh no, it's not an Orbird. I'm sorry, it's the Tonlet that we're doing. I actually looked in, I wanted to do both. So I was super like, oh, we can do the Orbird and the Tonlet. Secrets of Star Wars: The Old Republic, let's go get it together. But the Orbird, we actually tried doing it as a guild a very long time ago, and there is a specific step on Tatooine before you go hatch it that requires you to like touch a blue item basically, and there's only so many of those blue items in the world, and they don't refresh. Like, they did not refresh the entire time we were there.
This is Private Suzoku, 5th Infantry, 1st Battalion. I'm bleeding out a damn artery. Whoever finds this, Lieutenant Pillock ordered us in here. No one else. That's why he won't call for reinforcements. He heard a rumor about neutron detonator plans, and knew whoever turned those over to command would get noticed. We made 3 assaults. Same tactics. Unknown enemy. Stupid decisions. Shoot that void brain. Get him court-martialed. Lock him up. He threw good men. He just threw us away.
So we ended up bringing 17 people to go get Orbirds, and number 17 just... Whoa, oh, there's another Inquisitor over there. I was like, what's that, lightning? And the 17th person literally could not just even get the Orbird. It was really sad. I felt so bad. They'd come along just for the event. They did all the other steps with us, then bam, they just couldn't get it. And
I gave the orders I had to. The bugs jumped us, and we had to let them know we weren't prey.
Oops, I could have finished the bonus there by killing more colloids, but I missed out on some sweet XP. Run. Okay, our quest log is looking... Okay, run! A little smaller. So we've got an accidental space combat we can get rid of. We don't need that. What else do we got? A heroic on Alderaan. Who knows what I got that from? I think I was testing out heroics or something. We've got... class quests, we've got complete Colloquoid Feast, and then Balmorra bonus series is apparently done, or goes to Balmorra bonus series number 2. I don't know if it does. We're taking a break for the night. Look at our map. It's pretty explored. We only missed this area. I don't know what's over there. I thought the area where the world boss was over here, but maybe I was wrong. Oh, you know what? I don't, my quest is like, I don't know where my quest is. All the way over here. Why am I here? Okay, Javiik, let's go. We're gonna quick travel. Oh no, we're picking up colloids along the way. That's not what I wanted. I wanted less colloids. Oh, you know what I learned? Here. Ha! Javiik died. We type /stuck in if you're in battle, you just die. Ta-da! Now let's quick travel. It's a very noble way of playing the game. And we're trying to get way over here. Okay. Place your bets here. Is there a Balmorra bonus series number 2? Will Javiik have to complete more Balmorra before he can finally leave and we can have a decorating episode? Find out now! After the loading screen is gone. Hey.
You've returned. Tell me you were able to deposit the poisoned body parts throughout the colloid nest.
It was actually quite simple.
If the colloids associate eating human flesh with dying, their survival instinct will steer them away from us as a food source.
Except that colloids are sentient, so they're not stupid. I guess we'll see. Level 36. And we're still on our 3rd planet, which we're never gonna leave. Oh, okay. Get on that speeder and go to the beginning, and then we'll find out. Apparently we don't even have to find out till later. That's a heroic. Where's my speeder? Here we go. What else are we doing for the event? So we're gonna go get a Tonlet.
All authorized destinations.
As far as I can tell, as many people who want to can come get it. I have 50 of the item. You can actually bring your own item. It's called Ice Scrabbler Jerky. You can buy it on your GTN. I don't know how available they are. They usually aren't too expensive. It can just be sometimes hard to find them because they're kind of a weird random item to craft or get in the first place. But yeah, I had a very nice friend of mine crafted like 50 for me. I was like, whoa, that's awesome! I think I might even have way more than that now because I think they might have made more. We'll see when we get there. I'll hand out as many as we can. And you can even do it in the other instance. It's like not a huge issue. As many people as want to come can do it. Then next is going to go see little friend on Corellia. Big friend on Corellia. It's a cool one, especially if you're low level. I think you can still come as long as you can fly to the planet. That's going to be the big one. You have to have your character high enough level that they can use their ship. I believe that's after Dromancos or Coruscant. Not your first planet, not level 10, probably closer to around level 15. I think we might be able to summon you, but I'm not entirely sure what the requirements for summoning are. I think you might still have to have your ship anyway. Don't worry, we'll be using lots of summons for all the secondary events, so you just have to get to Tatooine by yourself. I wish the game had more availability for Imperial and Republic players to play together, because I couldn't think of any good events we could really do together. Like, we could meet up, but then we can't even chat together. Oh, it's frustrating.
My lord, we feared you wouldn't survive. It's chaos out there.
And who do you think is responsible for that chaos, Captain? With every target you eliminated, the Resistance became more disorganized. I've ordered all available forces to the battlefield.
Our bombers devastated the enemy in the first 10 minutes. Their defenses are in shambles.
The battle can't be won yet. How will you proceed?
Certainly we'll be cleaning up for months. But so long as they're on the defensive, they'll cease to be a threat.
We forced their 6th Battalion into Bugtown. The colicoids are eating them alive.
I think I'd like to see that. You'll be moving on, I presume? Letting the fires of Balmorra light your way as you unearth secrets for your master?
I've learned many things since becoming Sith. Not all of it needs to be shared.
That is why I respect you. Colonel, prepare my shuttle.
Yes, my lord.
When you think back to Balmorra, remember the armies you laid to waste, the enemies you slew, and remember me, and the rewards I gave you.
Flirt about those rewards.
Glory to the Emperor. Glory to us all.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have rebels to annihilate. Tell the troops, Captain, that today we win this world. Today the Resistance has fallen.
I like Darth Lacris. She's clearly crazy Sith, but she's cool. Oh, okay. That is it. We are done. Balmorra? Oh, nope. Balmorra, we do not bid you adieu. On the next episode of Wonder Star Soul Republic, we will avoid more colicoids, and we will go look for any missing datacrons, because I believe we missed quite a few. So I'll see you guys next time, and we will go a datacron hunting. Bye!